I gotta ask you about the House of Carters. That show was like, oh my god, kinda.
No, it was.
Tell me about what went through your head.
There were pros and cons to doing the House of Carters. I mean, the pros were that I actually was able to really just see for myself on television, not only how we were acting and because a lot of times you don't get a chance to just really know what's going on because you're so in your life, you don't know, but when you see it and then the world's seeing it and then it's like, okay, yeah, I really do have problems, and I have to fix it and do something about it, But I mean, I think that's both the pros and cons. When you expose yourself like that, you kind of you don't get that privacy. And I'm not gonna ever do I'm not gonna do another reality show again as far as that goes. So
right on.
I mean, but whatever, it's a cool experience, and
at least you got to do it, and it did change your life a little. You lost the weight, you got clean a little,
Yeah, no, it really did, and I think the great thing was that I got a chance to, and all my brothers and brother and sisters, they really had a chance to do the exact same thing I did too, and just take a look at themselves and see what was going on.
Well, let me ask you this: you're going to go back out on the road. You're going to travel all over the world. Are you worried about some of the temptations that are out there?
Howie, what do you think? Look at me. I'm a good guy. There's always going to be temptations,
Yeah, like the ones in our studio right now.
Would you guys ever consider taking a life coach with you on the road? Like some bands take life coaches, or like not therapists, but they take people to basically keep them from doing anything that they might be tempted to do.
We actually had one for AJ, believe it or not.
Oh, you did?
When after he came out of rehab.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, throwing yourself back into that environment, which is what we were exposed to, is not always the best thing. They don't really tell you after you go into, get help, put yourself back in the same environment. So, but we had an obligation to our fans to continue the tour and everything. So we brought one out for him.
Can we get the number for that life coach? We could use one on the show, I think. All right. It's 8:29. It's Wilde and Fee. You've got questions? We'll take your call right now. 216-578-0104. Wilde and Fee with the Backstreet Boys on Q104. Boys and a live studio audience here this morning. All right. What is your name and where are you from?
My name is Caitlin, and I'm from Norwalk, Ohio, and I'm 4 years old.
Hi, Caitlin.
Hi. What is your question for the Backstreet Boys?
Well, I'm their biggest fan, and my mommy loves them, and my mommy and daddy went to their concerts every night, and they didn't get to take me. And
I thought maybe the Backstreet Boys are the reason she's here.
Oh. That's pretty much it. We get the point. Awesome. Mom, did you have a question for the band?
I did. Hi, I'm Stacy, and this is for your fans on Weird World. Anytime, or are we going to see a live chat anytime soon?
We actually got we're setting up a new website right now.
Really cool.
It's like it's fresh. It's new. It's going to be hopefully one of the coolest sites on the web. It's just going to be really interactive. So, you can touch everything. So I think once that's up and running, we'll probably start doing chats and things like that with that site.
Great.
It'll be backstreetboys.com. So
great. We've been 2 years solid. We've been out there. So
appreciate it.
Thank you so much. And we'll be here soon for a concert, so she's got to come to it.
Yeah, she will.
I'll hold her back.
I won't. That's all.
Since you guys are slacking on that, I want to go back to, you mentioned the website. When is that going to be all up and running? Because right now it just keeps telling me error on page. It's got a nice pretty picture of you guys, but I want to...
It's like a countdown clock.
Yes, it's got the countdown clock going. It's a great picture of you guys. We got shoes. I'm assuming represent Kevin and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's a little... But basically, I don't know. It says the countdown on it. I mean, we put it up. I don't know how long. If you go to www.backstreetboys.com.
Right now it's at 183 hours, 17 minutes.
There you go. That's when it's going to be.
Something
like the 20th.
So I have to wait that long?
Actually, we can maybe bump it up a little bit just because you asked. Cracked it about a week ago.
Really?
Yep. And actually stole our ending idea and everything. So we're actually in the process of recreating something new.
Oh, wow. That's got to hurt.
Well, it's flattering, at least, that they're trying to
I
find out
guess.
about us, I guess.
Nick, I want to ask you a question, and I don't want to go down this path as a generic disc jockey-like question, but last time you were here, you talked all about Paris Hilton, and there was no out-of-bounds questions. Are you done with those questions?
You know, it's funny, like, it's been so long ago, you know, that I dated her. It's just not even relevant anymore. You know, it's like
That's true, but again, I mean, you guys are obviously very popular, and she's very popular, and she's always in the news. You're forever linked to her.
He has a reason to be popular.
That's true.
You know, I keep saying this. You know, I think she was in diapers when we were doing music. So.
Well, I guess my question is, again,
No, okay, you know what I mean, though, not literally. Guys, Jesus.
You have now put that visual in my head.
But like, you know what I mean? You know, we've been around, and unfortunately, you know, you kind of get linked to people just because you date them, and then they kind of forget that you actually did something that was relevant.
Are
that
you?
actually
But-
meant something.
Are you dating anybody right now?
No, I'm just like, you know.
Anybody here available?
nice. Well, but Nick, let me ask you this question. So that's so far in your past, you haven't even talked to her?
No, haven't said one word since we broke up, and you know that I like to keep it that way.
Gotcha. So I won't even bring it up again.
No, it's cool. I mean, you can bring it up. I'll talk about it, but
Well,
you
see,
know.
the thing about you guys, I mean, seriously, you guys are so personable, and last time you're here, I mean, there was no out-of-bounds questions. You guys, like, bring it on. It
I
doesn't
think
matter.
at the time, you know, it was like, but I think the questions kind of in this they become, I don't know, it's just difficult to answer, especially when you're trying to move on with your life. You know what I mean? And you're trying to like.
Sure.
So I think obviously back then they weren't out of bounds, and I was ready to talk, and I mean. But I kind of, I went through it, and you know, I feel great now.
He's still alive.
Yeah, I survived.
Seriously.
Can I ask a question? What'd you all do with Kevin? Why is he not on this record?
He's actually taking a break. He
Yeah.
came to us about a year and a half ago when we started recording, and was like, you know what, guys? He's like, I'm ready for a different chapter in my life right now. Him and his wife wanted to start a family. I just saw him just like 2 weeks ago. He's got a beautiful baby boy.
Oh.
That he's got like a glow to himself. You know, it's you know, obviously, you know, we have an obligation to each other and to our fans, but then there's also life, you know, that's even bigger. You know, creating life. You know, and the fact that he's starting a family with his wife, and you know, I mean, that's something that when he came to us and talked about it, you know, it was like, you know, with recording and promoting and touring, it's 2 years of your life that you pretty much have to give away. And I would never try to, you know, ask anybody to try to create a family on the road. It's not the easiest to do the practicing.
But you guys are all still friends and getting along.
Yeah, we're
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's
No baggage
the door's still open for him to come do music with us.
Always.
Right on.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Well, guys, we look forward to getting the new disc, and we look forward to you coming back through town
Thanks.
and all that. And just
Definitely.
thanks for taking all the extra time this morning.
Yeah, seriously, thanks for being here.
Cleveland
You're
rocks.
rock.
All right, give it up, Backstreet Boys, right there. 8:45, 204.